Chuqing gently opens his eyes to discover Chenxi, a stunning young woman, sitting on his tummy. Chenxi leans in closer, her attractive grin reassuring him that he is awake. Now that Chuqing is awake, he worries about his location. He leaps out of the bed partially undressed, overcome with dread. While puffing on a cigarette, Chenxi remarks on his improved appearance following awakening. The circumstances that brought Chuqing to this point are feverishly being pieced together in Chuqing's racing mind. Go back, Chuqing remembers a dim memory of stumbling into the fairy world at Qingqing Mountain, where he started a 300-year cultivation adventure. He aimed to become a skilled swordsman cultivator via unceasing practice and unwavering devotion. At the age of 17, he deviated off course just as he was about to achieve eternal enlightenment and opened a gateway of time and space that sent him back to Earth. Chuqing's thoughts are brought back to the present when Chenxi returns to the bed. He wonders about her identity and motives while harboring suspicions. He is being enviously eyed by Chenxi as she smokes a cigarette and motions for him to join her on the bed. Chuqing quickly changes into his bathrobe and claims that she must have thought he was someone else. From researching and script writing to editing and mastering our best manhwa review channel, I will work hard to roll out the highest quality manhwa entertainment videos twice or more a week. If you like what I do here, please consider supporting the channel. To learn more about how to support the channel, check out the link in the description box down below, and if you can't give or simply don't even feel like it, that's okay too. I am just happy you're here. Thank you so much. Chenxi firmly declares as she gets out of bed that she never lets her pigeons go so lightly. Chuqing ignores her advances and walks away, intent on getting to the door. He tries to flee, but Chenxi stops him with an unexpectedly firm grasp on his arms. Chuqing attempts to release himself from her hold as he is shocked by his own weakness. He is deftly tossed aside by Chenxi, who then sends him flying through the air till he hits a nearby wall. Chuqing, who is groggy but resolute, looks around the room and notices his school uniform hanging on the wall. He quickly grabs it and moves out of the room after quickly taking advantage of the chance. While continuing to smoke, Chenxi swears that she won't let him leave so easily as she follows him to the door. She retires inside her room with a sly grin. Chuqing exits the bathroom and enters the busy metropolis wearing his bathrobe. He watches the activity around him as people hurry by, engrossed in their daily tasks. In sharp contrast to the environment he left behind 300 years ago, the landscape now dominated by tall skyscrapers. Chuqing is overjoyed to learn that he has at last arrived on Earth and can meet up with his family. He catches a strange sight, and his excitement begins to fade. A young couple is standing outside a store when the boy approaches the girl and requests that she buy him a purse. Their roles appear to have switched as she nods and envelopes him. Chuqing closely observes as a strong arm shoves him aside and orders him to make room. When he looks for the source of the order, he only sees powerful women at work on a construction site, hauling big objects and digging the dirt at a construction site. Even the police officers he runs into are all women. Chuqing is shocked by the significant changes that have taken place since he last visited a world where women suddenly seem to rule. To discover out precisely what occurred to the world, Chuqing immediately visits the Tianjing library. He picks up a book of history and begins reading. It claims that a calamity took place in antiquity between the seasons of spring and autumn. This incident changed the women's physique, making them more intelligent and powerful. Kong Mo, a lady who was born later, created the idea that women are superior to men. Due to this, the imperial power shifted from the prince to the princess. The belief that women are superior to men and vice versa started to alter in the 21st century as society developed, but the idea that women are valued more highly than males hasn't gone away entirely. The male is considered to be faithful and is strongly disapproved of when there is an extramarital affair, and the pursuit of males by women has become commonplace. Chuqing closes the book and begins to believe that everything has turned around. He ponders whether his own family has fared similarly. He moves towards his house after having this thought. He walks inside and discovers his aging father, Lin Yuantu, cleaning the home. Chuqing is asked why he is so late because he was told to leave his friend's house early. When Chuqing's father smells him, he joyfully gives him a firm hug. He pushes him away from himself and inquires where the perfume smell originated. He begins to interrogate him about if he was with a girl the entire time. He is being reprimanded by Lin, who reminds him that when he is with girls, he needs to be vigilant. Boys who are attractive like him are preyed upon by girls. Lin gets up from the table, grabs a newspaper, and begins demonstrating it to his son. He tells him that a 15-year-old boy trusted a female classmate, and days later, he was raped by her. He addresses him in a very harsh tone. She produced a film of his rape, posted it online, and made him popular. What prospects does this child now have? Chuqing is also informed by Lin that his sister has been having fun. She graduated from a subpar university and was still unable to secure employment. Therefore, her parents don't have high hopes for her. Chuching must now concentrate on his studies and keep bad ladies at a distance. Chuching is watching his dad, who has even mastered female body language, helplessly from a distance. Inquiring about his mother, Chuching tells him not to worry about him. Lin inhales deeply and informs him that she has business meetings and that things in her line of work are currently not going well. After giving it some thought, Chuching begs his father for permission to take him outdoors for lunch. He agrees when the father asks him to bring the sister along. He enters his sister's room, where she is seated on a chair with headphones on. Father shakes Ching angrily for refusing to join the family in their argument. Also, quick reminder as we are going through the recap, if you are new to the channel, some of you watching are not already subscribed. And if that's you, and you want to guarantee you're always up to date with all good content like this, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and join us on the road to 1 million subs. And if you enjoy the video, or if you found it interesting, let me know by dropping a like and comment on it as well, would be seriously appreciated. Let's continue. Chu Xiao, Chuching's sister, is using her laptop to watch inappropriate content as she sits there. Chuching agrees that his sister is acting strangely as he observes a tissue box next to her. He exits the room and hastily locks the door before rapidly opening it again and hitting her with his slippers. Ching knocks Xiao off her chair as she questions him why he beat her so hard and takes off her headphones. She is asked by Ching if she is watching any questionable films. With a devilish grin, Xiao declares that it is enjoyable to view the hot bodies of charming young men and that purchasing such material online is very simple. She then advises him to keep away from such videos because he is too young to watch them, and she leaves the room. With a smarmy grin on his face, Ching begins to observe her. Ching and his father are in the living room relaxing in the evening. When Xiao enters the living room, Lin is cutting fruit while Ching is watching television. She explains to her father that she will have dinner with her pals and be late getting home. Her father must pay her 1,000 yuan, she asks. When her father asks, she casually responds that she wants to socialize with her friends and conduct some business with them. Out of rage, Lin grinds his teeth and tells her to emulate her brother. Their lives would be lot simpler as a result. After saying that, he hands Xiao the cash. Xiao responds as she adds up the money, saying there is nothing to learn from Ching because he will eventually wed a wealthy woman while Xiao must work very hard to have a stable existence and her parents should support her. She bids him farewell and makes her way to the door while waving the cash in the air. While relaxing on the couch, Lin informs Xiao that she should be careful with her money because it is difficult for her mother to make that kind of money. Ching questions his father's decision to let her continue doing this. Father informs him, disappointed, that he cannot restrain her like he does Ching. Xiao is a girl who works outside to make money. Ching puts an apple slice in his mouth and reflects on how feminist the world has become. After some time, Ching's mother, Zhu Tiannan, comes home wearing a fancy outfit. Ching runs to greet his mother and gives her a hug. Do you know about constant scans? The community on Discord has been the finest. You ought to come on over and join us. When he saw Ching watching those films, it was Xiao who informed her. Tiannan is perplexed as to why Ching has changed her behavior. Tiannan gives him some more cash and then moves over to speak to her husband, Lin, assuming that he would not be happy with his allowance. While Ching remains motionless and examines the cash, Lin takes her bag and places it where it belongs. He recalls how his mother always made an effort to live simply, and how he even had to steal 10 yuan from her handbag in order to play games. She is currently doling out cash to him. Ching approaches Tiannan and offers to return the money, claiming he is not in need of it. Tiannan replies tenderly, telling him that she won't let him suffer despite their current challenges. She is adamant that he keeps the cash. She then takes a comfortable seat on the couch and turns on the television. Tiannan accepts Lin's offer of a glass of water once Lin has poured it. When she inquires about Xiao, Lin responds that they shouldn't even bring up the subject. Tiannan leans her head against the sofa's armrest and shows her displeasure with Xiao's recent actions. She is confident that Xiao will finally grasp the significance of her upcoming obligations. While seated next to Tiannan, Lin nods in agreement. Lin blushes as a result of Tiannan's amusing glare at him. Even in a world turned upside down, Ching finds it difficult to understand the way his parents are acting as he observes this situation with rage. Tiannan extends her arm and beckons Lin to come closer to her. Xiao should enjoy herself first before taking on duties, the statement goes, because men have it easier in life. Ching is still perplexed and dissatisfied, fearing that he might turn out this way in the future. His room, which is decked with feminist themes, is where he goes to hide. He discovers that his drawer is stuffed with love letters when he opens it and realizes that Jinmen secondary middle school students think highly of him. He thinks about the necessity to practice and regain his lost skills in the Hall of Time and Space while sitting on his bed. He decides to go back to his original planet once he unlocks the Hall of Time and Space, where his mother lives at home and his father goes to work. He remembers that even though it is past midnight that his sister hasn't arrived yet. Being aware that he is currently in an upside-down world helps him to relax. Just then, Zhao's name appears on the screen of his phone as it rings. When Qing picks up the phone, Zhao informs him that she is in trouble with a shaking voice. Another girl is sitting in front of her while two muscular girls are holding her arms. Qing is cautioned not to involve the police by one of the girls. Qing is informed by Xiao that he must join the Discord to aid in her liberation. When Qing asks, Xiao requests that he carry a black bag from under her bed to the Crescendo bar on High Street. If Qing wants to make sure his sister is safe, the boss lady takes the phone away from Xiao and tells him to bring the bag to room 302. The boss lady kicks Xiao in the thigh, forcing her to scream in agony. She then lays her foot on Zhao's thigh. Qing hastily reaches under the bed to get the black bag before leaping out the window. He starts leaping over buildings to reach Crescendo Bar quickly because he is driven to defend his family and seek justice. When Qing knocks on room 302, a woman answers and invites him inside. Qing observes his sister being held captive by the female criminals inside the room, and Xiao screams upon seeing her brother. Qing lays the bag on the table in front of the boss woman as she relaxes on the sofa. He stands there and demands that his sister be released. With a smile, the boss lady gets up and walks up to Qing, complimenting him on his sweetness and asking how old he is. Age doesn't matter, Qing says gravely, insisting for his sister's immediate release. After focusing on the black bag, the boss lady opens it to see that it is loaded with yuan. Xiao is surprised to see such a significant sum of money and inquires as to its source. Qing wonders why his sister didn't know what was in the bag because it had a sizable amount of money inside, possibly even 1,000,000 yuan. Xiao admits that she didn't know what was inside the bag because Xiao Lin asked her to hang on to it for a time. The boss lady loses her cool and thinks Xiao has stolen her money, which makes her furious. Before she changes her mind, she shuts the bag and tells Xiao to leave the room right away. Xiao approaches her brother and gives him a hug in thanks. She holds his hands and starts moving towards exit door, and when they reach the exit, nevertheless, is halted by the boss lady's obnoxious voice. Since Qing is young and adorable and all the other girls in the room are gawking at him, she insisted that Xiao leave him behind. Upon realizing that trouble is about to get worse, Xiao turns her head. It quickly becomes clear that the boss lady won't let Xiao leave without creating further issues. Also mentioning that Qing hasn't joined the Discord, the boss lady disappoints Xiao by bringing up the previous Discord incident. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to watch more videos like these, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. From researching and script writing to editing and mastering our best manhwa review channel, I will work hard to roll out the highest quality manhwa entertainment videos twice or more a week. If you like what I do here, please consider supporting the channel. To learn more about how to support the channel, check out the link in the description box down below, and if you can't give or simply don't even feel like it, that's okay too. I am just happy you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next video.